Hey guys, Allen Kevorkov from BeTheClaw.com, and this is my latest collection of quick clips from Sugarloaf machines. Here I'm trying to win an elephant. Later on in this video, I'll share a win that I think is one of the best ones so far this year, at least. But for now, some of the older clips. So this is the one of the local supermarkets, and
That's exciting.
as you can tell, I had a bit of an audience there. They got pretty excited that I won the elephant. Not exactly sure why I had the camera pointing at the yellow Care Bear, but I was trying to win the penguin or whatever that. No, I don't think that's a penguin. That's some sort of a bird. But anyway, I usually don't go for a plush that's setting like this, but I was hoping that I might be able to grab the dog by the chin. I was trying to get it out of the way so I could try to get the turtle. But I think in this case, since I knocked him down, I was trying to get the claw underneath and then maybe try to the booty technique. Fortunately, as I say, the booty never lets you down. Well, sometimes it does, but in this case, it actually didn't. The booty didn't let me down, and even though it ended up falling out anyway, it was pretty close to the prize chute. Now, I usually don't like to show clips of when I'm not successful at all. But in this particular case, it was just that turtle really annoyed me, because I'd say 95% sure that the turtle, I was going to win it, but it was just very stubborn. I'm not really sure. I think that, I mean, this looks like a pretty good grab there, but it fell out. I was like, okay. Well, I didn't want to give up on it because it was just so close to the prize chute that I just didn't want to leave it, you know. I knew that with the legs sticking straight up, that would get in the way of the claw closing around the turtle. This, this is actually much better if it's sitting right side up. But I was hoping to get the claw between the legs just like that. And as you can see, that is an awesome grab, and the darn thing still fell out. I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I went to the jewelry machine, and for the first time in history, I guess, and there was an NEN machine that had these pretty cool little squeaky toys in there. I was like, huh. That's pretty interesting. I wasn't sure. I kind of thought maybe the claw was just pretty darn weak, because I mean, they're not terribly expensive, obviously, but they're not bad plush, and it seemed like they would be pretty easy to win just because they're not really slippery. Of course, I decided to go for the ones that I wanted to get that emoji smiley face thingy, but they're definitely a little bit harder than some of the other ones, just because the way they're shaped. Fortunately, I was able to kind of move it to another position, and just wanted to keep trying. I was actually a little surprised. I did not expect the claw to go down that far, and it actually stayed. I was expecting this to fall out, but I guess the claw has decent overbite, and it was just the right size. I'd say any other machine, if it was like a non-NEN machine, this stuff, most likely the claw wouldn't. And look at this. I mean, this is obviously, it fell out, but I mean, I was definitely not expecting to have much luck in this machine, but it was actually pretty reasonable. I mean, look at this. The claw, and these things aren't exactly light. I mean, they're squeaky toys, they're rubber, so they're not very light. So I was definitely surprised by that. Now this thing was a little disappointing because I've seen a lot of people play in these prize pagoda machines and win hundreds of boxes, but in this one you pretty much had to get it just right, otherwise it would not stay. So this claw was tuned pretty precisely. So But we need a couple of G's, or a couple thousand G's, I guess, and I was able to score a couple boxes. So I just wanted to share that, and that's nothing terribly exciting considering the only decent thing in them are the little round things with G codes on them. So I was able to win these two, and I thought, you know what, that's enough. Now, this machine definitely had me pretty disappointed because I thought this would be super easy. I've played this machine before. I've won all kinds of stuff back when, I mean, look at this. I won a number of MP3 players back when NAN used to put them in golden, like little treasure chests. But here I am having, and obviously this was months ago, here I'm having trouble winning a simple plushie. So I'd say the strength on this machine has definitely been adjusted and not in my favor. And look at this. This thing is going to fall out. Keep an eye on the claw. It doesn't even close immediately, so it's definitely pretty weak. But I was determined. Not that I necessarily need this funky-looking frog, but I was pretty determined. I thought, you know what? I would be pretty disappointed if it didn't come home with me, and finally it did. So I was kind of expecting it to fall out, but it didn't. So now, and we are at the best win of 2016. This is the Pirate's chest, and surprisingly enough, all the prizes in this machine have plastic loops around them. I know other people have shown videos like this, winning MP3 players and stuff like that, but not all of the pirate chest machines in my area have these loops. In fact, just this is the first one that I've seen. So I was hoping to get this by the loop. So it was I had $5 on me, and I thought, well, it was worth a shot. So on the fourth try, I got it, but it got stuck on the rubber tip, and I kind of freaked out a little bit because the claw went back into the center for the next play, and I was afraid that it was gonna fall back into the prize field. I only had $1 left, so fortunately, when the claw went back up, it fell out. So this is actually one of the better prizes I've won, probably the best, at least the best this year anyway. So it's a remote-controlled Lamborghini. It has the lights work, white front and back rear, so definitely a nice prize. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.